saying hello, and we have seen the map before. It is a decent map though. It is Plateau of Arrakis. So first up we will just do our standard sorting systems up here. We're good. Alright, so we have team 1 across the top hand line of the map, team 2 across the bottom according to these up here, and let's have an introduction of the players for team number 1. First up on the far left hand side, Cybran in the bright blue color, it is I'm happy. Well, at the end of the game we'll find out if he's actually still happy. Whether his team wins or loses, that's going to be key to his happiness. Alright, beside him in support it is Cryptic. Cryptic is UEF in the lavender color. Got himself of course the factories down with the double adjacency mixes just to make it easier on that initial mix usage. Alright, over here those two are in their own left hand side. Switch over to the main area if you like, and this is Zar's. Zar's without the C, so it's not a Zar, it's a Zar. Anyway, he is Cybran and he is in the vomit yellow color, and he's finished his mixes, gonna start on his hydro any second now. Besides Zar we have Sodi. Sodi with a silent P, he is Aeon in the nice yellow color, starting work on his hydro. Besides Sodi it is Kramer. Now this is not the Kramer from Seinfeld because his name is spelled wrong. Kramer has an E, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't actually watch Seinfeld. Anyway, he has got all the air grid planned. There is a hydro, there is actually no, those land factories. He's going for land spam all day. So hydro with PGens around these land factories, and that is going to be an interesting choice of gun units. Beside him in what is traditionally the air slot in UEF colors, Zuko. Zuko, because he's 2K, so it's Zuko, but I'm probably calling him Zuko because Zuko is a fantastic character from The Last Airbender, and he is UEF and he's in the combat green, getting to work on some more PGens. And finally, for team number 1, on the far right hand side, in Aeon, in Sign, it is Nikirachek, who is ready to walk into the front. There he is. His command is already on the way and he's walking forwards. Here he goes. Down commander. Shifty eyes. Honestly. But that's alright. Enough of that. Let's go say hello to team number 2. And the 2 split from the rest of the team over the side. In pink UEF we have Tassin, who is already well up the front. So he has done an early front move. He probably stepped down the factory and went for a walk straight away, but it's going to give him access to start the reclaim right away. There we go, getting these T1 PGens already, getting the mess out of those. And we've got the energy storage hiding underneath the administrative buildings, so he is getting his go on the reclaim there early. Beside him in a purple color, already also walking, it is Shokaku. Shokaku 22. And let's mention he's purple, he's Aeon, getting an upgrade already on a mass extractor. In fact, also there for Shokaku. Going to be a short rumble up here eventually. These bots are going to run into a commander, which would be a bad time, but let's have a look at the rest of the players very quickly. And here will be in orange color, it is Maximus 666, and he also has walked up to the front. In fact, he's all the way up the front. He's grabbing these big wrecks, and that is a huge amount of mass going into his coffers. It's going to be very, very handy for him. Beside him, also walked on up, it is UEF Bomber, and I'm disappointed. You call yourself UEF, but you are a spiky Cybran. Dirty. How dare you? You're either UEF or you're not, and you ain't. Anyway, he's Cybran, he's in the burgundy colour. He should meet up with Nord shortly. Nord is going for this big reclaim here. Can you get close enough to it? Commander's trying, but he's walking around in circles. There we go. Now he's grabbed it. That's all well and good. In the white colour beside the not UEF player, in Seraphim, it is Nord. Oh wait, that's the team right there. Right there, that's Nord. But hello, on the left hand side, this is maybe not so good for Legend Lord. Legend Lord is 2 versus 1 against Commanders, and he is getting peppered. He's UEF in red. He's going to need some help very, very quickly, but the only help close to him maybe is Vargas down here. He's Cybran in green, but nope, Legend Law is alone, and he's going to start having some serious problems if he can't get out of range of these guys, which he probably cannot, unless he can maybe somehow bump them and get out of range of both their guns. Nothing happening, and no help. No help. No air, no anything. Where is Nord? Well, Nord's up here. Nord's not even coming to the left. He has left Legend Lore alone to get to B1. And, well, Legend Lore is 100% going to die here. These guys are not stopping. They are carrying on their push. And this down into the red is Legion Law. There won't be much left to him by the time they go. Bombers are coming over. There is some T1 AA artillery, maybe they can do some damage, but Cryptic needs to think. Oh dear. Bye bye Legion Law. Under 5 minutes, maybe. There we go. Under 5 minutes and Legion Law is out of the game. These two guys are way overextended though. They are quite open. And T1 Bombers are just nibbling away at Cryptic, so he's going to be problematic. Up here though we see another double commander push. This is Sodi and Zaz moving on up. They're having to go at the UEF. Of course UEF is not UEF, he is Cyber, but he's got a T1 point defense up, which should help very much. You can see that Maximus was the one who has been facing the brunt of these two, but now it is UEF Bomber who's being targeted by them, and they're trying to knock down the point defense. Very much needed to go down. The Aeon Hover is annoying spam. Trying to repair the PD, a good idea. Enough effort on that, it gets back to full health and is going to shoo away Zaz very quickly. Doesn't want to loiter around there. Over the side though we see, well, Cryptic is down to 700 health, but there's enough interceptors around now that I think he should be okay and be able to get away. A Jester comes out, but it's not going to last very long. These interceptors will do some grand old work on that thing. It is going to be able to get up and do some tickling. Keep going. Yeah, very slowly, but more entities come in, and that is the end of those. Cryptic is going to get away. On low health though, he can't get much done. Up here we see Nord has been shooed away from this spot. In fact, he's getting pushed by both Zaz and a bunch of units, so he cannot stay. And he is very much walking on the way back. So, I'm fairly sure Legion Law is going to be blaming Nord, who pushed to the right instead of up here to help out, and left him in a 2v1. Up here is technically UEF's position, and we can see Legion Law is quite unhappy with him, and that's not so great. Upgrade going down for Zaz, why not? I mean, he's gained the ground, and he's got support from his teammate Sodi right there, and he can hold that, get the upgrade done. He can start throwing down some PD, and it's going to be extra annoying. UEF bombs down here, he is a little bit hurt, pops into the green just as we say that. He's got a bunch of units up, but at the moment it's looking very Team 1. And over here, Kramer, he has moved all the way up here, and he is putting pressure right on Shokaku. Shokaku doesn't have much of an answer for this. He has Auroras, but he needs to kite them with their best effectiveness. If he can keep them out of range, they'll be able to turn these mantis into mincemeat with no response, but they need to be microed quite heavily. And hello, here comes Tassin. Tassin has a gun upgrade on his comp, and Kramer is alone. He has very little in the way of reinforcements coming. If these guys push him right now, he's going to have a bad time. But Kramer has decided enough's enough. No, he is loitering around with his comm, staying to get some reclaim. This might be a bad idea. Say might, but Shokaku's fallen back despite his commander being full health. He should move on up, and he most definitely should bring the Auroras up for the killings, because that is bad. Okay, over the side we see 4 factories up for Nord, and his commander is popping up some anti-air because I don't know why. Anti-air is good. And there we go, T2 for Zaz. He's popped down a service tower first off. I feel like that is probably a bad spot, and it's likely to shoot the ground a whole bunch. Yes, it will. It's going to shoot the ground a lot. Alright, but the push is happening over here. This is Sodi with units, and he's moving in on UEF Bomber. Units are coming over from north though. They're going to help intercept and slow them down. UEF should be able to get out of range. We see Maximus over here slapping down some T1 PD. That's going to be a good help for slowing them. UEF does have a gun upgrade on his comm, so still a combat commander. He can start getting some kills, maybe get a rank of veterancy and have some fun. But over here the T1 PD is lighting him up. T1 RD moves into range, it dies horrible death. T1 PD is having a good time now. UEF just sitting still, why not? And these units over here, they're sort of moving around, and civilians in the mix. So Nikirashek has captured some civilian trucks instead of reclaiming them as most people do, and he's just left them in the middle. Maybe he'll think about moving them away at some point, but maybe not. Sensor upgrade going down for Sodi. He wants to see what he's walking into. Definitely needs it as Aeon. Okay, I think these guys missed a trick. Kramer has managed to walk all the way back here. He's now grabbing T2 on his commander. He has plenty of units in attendance. So things are a wee bit quiet over this side just for the moment. It's all going down here. That's a drop. So I'm happy. Coming in with some labs. He's got some Corsairs in front and they are going for the power. Oh no. T2 power gone down. Vargas, and that is going to cripple his production. He was getting us some Corsairs of his own, which is what's going on now. There is, well, maybe you want to focus on this right here. The Skyhook with the labs, which is killing everything, though if that goes up, that'll be the end of the Skyhook. It does not get completed. The flak did not get completed, and now the Skyhookers have to be taken down by air, which is a wee bit slower. There is some flak coming over from the Nord. That's having to go with things, but this is bad for Vargas. Get that repaired, get that up. There it goes. It is now up, but it's a wee bit late. His eco has been shattered a wee bit. He's lost his T2 power. He's lost a T2 mix. Almost lost another one. But that is going to put him behind in air, so that is some nasty work coming over from Happy. So Happy's going to be happy about that. He's got some work done, but Happy's going to be not happy about this. He does not want to stand still. Oh my word, your commander is standing still under Zui fire. No, 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 no. Don't want to do that. My gosh, he now needs to get out of dodge in a twisty, windy fashion. But that is a problem. Over here, there's some fighting going on. We see this is T2PD being crept up by Zaz, and that is having a go at the service turret of UEF, who's trying to protect that turret with his commander so it can fire back. There we go. That's actually going to help out. One service turret going down, they can go for the other. Maximus needs to help up on that, but here we go. Happy is running, being chased by that, and in comes a Corsair. Two Corsairs. This is not looking great for Happy. I think Happy's sitting here is a strange spot. All by himself. There's a gunship on him as well. Interceptors do come through. They're going to knock down the Corsairs, but the gunship is loitering around. The Zuis are chasing him, and so we've got two things going on here. We have Happy up here, who's looking like he's going to die. Two Corsairs and a gunship, more Corsairs, and we're going to see Happy go any second now. Kaboom! Happy's out of the game. Overextended time left. His commander standing still. UEF bomber though looking very, very unhealthy. 1,000 health. He's stood in front of that service turret as long as he could to take it down. And now Maximus has pushed up and has helped out to clean this. Corsairs coming in now for Zaz. Zaz up the front, more Corsairs. These are the ones from actually Maximus is doing some damage on that front. No flak, some T1 AA, but no flak in the mix. That's going to be a problem, and Zaz needs to walk away. They're yelling for air. They need some air help, but the question is, where is it? Just nowhere. Nobody has air, and nobody has flak, and Zaz is going to be taken out of the game. And Maximus, so 2 kills with those Corsairs. Yes, he probably just got the finishing blow up this way on Happy, but that is still worth the kill. And looking at Sodi, Sodi's not looking terribly healthy. He is getting picked apart by some Corsairs as well. 2 of them going over his head. He's not going to last too much longer either. But there are a couple of interceptors from Zuko. They might be able to keep him alive. They can focus them down. This Corsair is down, 1 left, and I think that might mean he survives. Ooh, that's close. Interceptors need to come back fast, but an ASF drops out from there. But look out, another Corsair. Oh, almighty dodge. Less than 100 health, but he's not going to make it out. And that is Sodi. So 3 com kills in quick succession. I'm happy those over here. Then we have Zaz getting killed here, followed by Sodi. And suddenly it is advantage team 2. Very quick turnaround there, but looking strong on the right hand side. It is Kramer. He does have a tech launcher here with a couple of missiles in it. Maybe he'll start lobbing it out. If he knows where Shukaku is, he could have a go at him. There's the question, does he know? Well, a second... Nope, that's flak. Okay, he's worried about getting sniped by T2 Corsairs as well now, so flak goes up for him. Definitely going to be wanted, but that should start getting used before TMD goes up. There's no TMD anywhere at the moment. He could kill off a whole bunch of eco. What is the range of that thing? Let's have a quick check. Everything. He could kill off all of this. There's no TMD. Oh, there's one there. There's a couple of TMD there. If he gets a scout over though, he could kill off. There is I think that just got built now. Yes, it has. Some T2 engineers were dropped up the front just for the sole purpose of building up that TMD. Though now it's launching too late, unfortunately. Unless it can thread a gap, it's not going to get anything done. But no, it's looking like it's flying straight over this. He needed to launch that just that little bit earlier. Nothing doing now. Attack missile has been redirected. And that was, yes, even that one's been picked up. So no joy for that launcher. Nothing happening, and now has to go over this way. Not going to get anything done here either because his TMD was placed up by Maximus. So that has not been good. We see the Corsairs were having another go at something, but ASF's now floating around in the air. They're not going to get anything else done. I think maybe those are just leftovers rather than anything decent. Actually kind of close that. Take missile, got to around about here. Almost reached the T2. Dead. Launching out over to the left, question mark. I don't know what it's going for, but it's going for something. Going a long way. Going for this. Going for that. Kills off a T2 PD. Congratulations, sir. You killed a turret. But there is a push coming in now from Kramer, and maybe he should have waited for this push and then started using the attack missiles. If he focuses down the TMD, that'd be great. There we go. TMD is now down, and if he hit Lukaku, that would be a good hit. Because Lukaku's stuck on an upgrade, not moving. Maybe that's what he's going for, or is he going for the mix? Where'd he go? Did we get distracted by the TMD? Perhaps it did. Did it hit the transport? Will the transport get shot down? Nobody knows. But now we have Shokaku Guncom with a chrono dampener. So every time that pulses, all of these units get stunned. And that is going to help survivability, especially as Tassin has also come into the picture. And they're going to be able to kill off these units between them. Chrono, gun, and gun. And that is going to be all she wrote for that little push. Okay, we do have more text coming up, but I suspect they are getting picked up by this. No, they're not. They're getting past. And in fact, I think he just hit his own units. Nope, just killed the wreckage. That's fine. And now he can actually look at attacking the eco down this way. Because why not? It is there. Please tell me he's not trying to hit a moving commander with this. Please tell me he's not trying to hit T1 factories with that. He is. And he control K'd it, that is the least last of it, and he's going to get the mass back out of that, which is fine. Okay, over here though, as you can see, everything has been absolutely mopped up. Chrono dampener plus Tassin, and that's just a mass donation really. There is 7,000 mass. Take away 15, 18, 2,000 for the mixes, and still 5,000 mass that has been handed over, ready to reclaim. Alright, Shokaku has been emboldened by this move with success, and he's moving his commander up perhaps, or he's just looking to be defensive. Looks like he's just being defensive. I hear Janus killing off a factory, but flying into range of a SAM is never good for the health of a Janus. Gets shot out of the sky, turns into scrap, and there's now some mass to be scooped. Alright, left hand side is looking a wee bit static, but we have T3 air. That is a strat bomber. There was a drop. Gets obliterated by ASFs. A single Medusa falls off and survives. So this is always slightly annoying. There's a chance of it happening where the transport gets shot down, and never mind, the strat bomber comes back and goes, no. Not before the Medusa fires a shell though. It does kill off a couple of engines down there, but honestly, if you want overkill, strat bomber onto a Medusa. Slight overkill. But speaking of strats, there's another one down here. It is going to get some work done perhaps. Got 6 kills already. Looks like he killed off some eco, but it has been shot down. And that's the end of that guy. ASFs are flying overhead though from... Oh, okay. So Zuko's decided to take the air fight down here. Wants to try for an airlock, but he's got way too few ASF to bother to be able to possibly do that. This strat over here is now starting to pick on some targets. Plenty of T2 mixes loitering around that could die. That is a good bomb. Kills off a bunch of engineers at the same time as the mix. And can even kill some of the eco over here. If he drops his bomb right, could maybe get 2. No, I think they're slightly far apart for a UEF bomber. And speaking of UEF, off-mapped. That's a wee bit rude. Okay, we've got a ground push coming through the middle. There's Maximus just pushing up, looking to maybe take us some eco, which is exactly what he's done. There's no ground units to slow these down. They could just keep on going up, kill off some more NGs, kill off some more mixers, just for free. Nothing to slow that. Alright, we have had a smidge of a push up this way. Nope, just reactive. Just looking around for what the next thing's going to be. And this ambassador decides to try and drop a bomb on that mass extractor. But that's under shield, just going to get nowhere. And there's black and T1 air around, plus ASFs nearby. Although there is a screening set of ASFs from Cryptek, just keeping that under control. Alright, the push has come over this way from Maximus. He's killed off one T2 Max, looks like he's going to go for another. Kill off some engineers first and then maybe the Max. But there are some bombers being annoying as he keeps these units on the move. They'll be alright. Maybe they can take down that mix before they all die. We shall have to wait and see. T1 bombers doing their spread attacks. 1, 2, 2 left. They just need to keep moving, keep dodging, and they might be able to take it down. 200 health. Bomb misses. In fact, that was friendly fire. Kills his own mix with his own bomber. Congratulations, sir. Was well played. Okay, what's happening over this side? Well, there's just some orders, and they're set up in this lovely little firing line. They are murdering all this lot that have come in. It's a poor place to stage your troops in range of aurors, but out of range to shoot back. Yay. Next on the agenda for these guys. So down here we have, that is UEF getting into the air game in a big way. He's starting up some more factories. He's got one T3F factory there, good to go. Over here we see that, well, after that attack, Vargas is trying to play a bit of catch up. Still putting down his first T3P gen. Maybe he wanted to focus on that first instead of whatever ASF he did build. Does have a SAM up here that's going to help out. Over here Maximus is looking pretty solid. He's got some shielding over his T3 core mixes over on the right hand side, and this is looking fairly healthy from Shokaku. But what happened here weren't actually any attack missiles, were there? I thought he control catered. No, he rebuilt it and it has been launching again. 12 kills on that, so that has actually been killing off the eco, and that is exactly what has happened to Shokaku's base. Does have a TMD down now, but he's lost it all previously. 1, 2, 3, yep, that would have been it. 3 attack missiles killing that mix, and that mix, plus the surrounding. That is painful. Right, Commander only has T2, so I don't know how confident I would be about moving up with that. Considering there's T3 air around, a few strap bombers could make your day a complete misery. And this is a T1 PD due to killing a T2 mix. And the engineer trying to ring it. Alright, Kramer is going that way. He's going to go say hello to the PD. Not a bad idea. Another attack missile goes out, but it's not going to get much done, because there is TMD all over the place. There's some there, some there. And Cyber, I know there's enough buzzkills around to slow those down. Also, I thought, it's actually getting all the way through, except for the Iron TMD down there. So never mind, it doesn't get through. Job done. We've got some T1 bombers having to go, and Kramer's just sort of standing there. He is popping up a Cerberus turret. Honestly, him staying out front is a concern. I don't think he really wants to be there. Okay, so I just want to point out something here, something that's considered completely frowned upon. This is cheeky cheat scouting. Scouts have been moved off here. They've been given a move order right to the edge of the map. And the next one is all the way down here. So what happens is they overshoot this, they off map, they fly down off map, but they can't be seen and can't be stopped. Then they reappear down here. So it's considered incredibly rude to do that. Don't do it, please. Deliberately off mapping units is heavily frowned upon because they cannot be shot down. So yeah, accidentally is one thing, but deliberately like that, that's just rude. Please don't do it. It's a serious breach of etiquette. Anyhow, Harbingers push up in the middle, just 2 of them. They're going to have a terrible time with that. They loiter a little bit too long in range of these. They'll have a bad time, but they're just killing off a couple of mixes and dropping back. They should be okay. We see some bricks moving on, and Kramer has a few of those. They can help clean things up, but not. Maybe that's not where they need to be. Maybe they need to be over here. In fact, I think they really need to be over here, because we have Titans. Titans are pushing on up. There is a single Harbinger, but Kramer is on the run, and he kind of needs to be. really think he should have had his bricks over with his commander. There's a single Harbinger versus a bunch of Titans, and that goes about as he'd predict. Titans have a good go at the Harvey, and it is not going to last too much longer on there. There is a service turret, but it's going to get tickled down by these roars. Harbinger's going to die in a moment, then the Titans are going to turn attention onto the turret, and it will be gone in a matter of moments. There we go. And now, this whole position here is under threat. We're still retreating and still getting those bricks to slowly wander over. His HQ must be back here. Now, he's control K'd the other three factories over here. Maybe he's going to think about rebuilding them, who knows, but he's currently got a bunch of assistance on there, getting that to go on out. But this front position, well, the bricks are going to help. Well, that brick's going to help, and these 3 bricks should as well, but might see Percival start rolling off the factory line, but in fact Percival would be a much better idea. Then he's got a T3 factory. I don't understand why he's building T2 units. Perhaps I'm missing a trick, but I think that is possibly the wrong idea. Right, let's have a check over this way, see what's going on. Well, there's a lot of eco. As for Nikirishek, there's plenty of that, and that is a GC just about done, 86%. We know it's 86 because it's got 1000k health. That is going on up, and once this is done, that's going to be an interesting issue. Do we have any kind of counter for it at the moment? Let's have a look. No experimentals coming up from Shokaku, or it has nothing there to slow it down, really. We have, there's a monkey on the way for Maximus. It is about a quarter done. Down this way we have a mass fab. There is SMD when built. There's a Thota coming along, so Lord's work is on chicken. But aside from that, there's not a lot to slow down a GC. And it is pretty much done. We see as it comes out of its kneeling position, stands up, readies itself, and is good for stomping. Go, GC already on the move right away, and we have some anti-air on the ground as well as some ASFs overhead, so it's going to be very difficult to try and slow down. Maybe the first thing I could have done is swing over this way just to stop these guys, but this is a Titan who's going to get some free kills on a bunch of T3 engineers. That's going to hurt. As soon as he's in range of those, well, it's going to take him a while though. Titan doesn't have the huge amount of DPS, nice and rapid fire, very good for anti-T1. And we see these Lobos are actually going to focus down on the T3 mass extractor up front. A good thing to try and kill. They're going to be ignored, but that is coming for you. A GC is stomping down the right, and what is there to stop it? Not much. Monkey is got a lot of build assistance on us now. They're going to need the monkey to try and do some damage to it. Toe to toe, the monkey will absolutely lose, and the GC stops. Don't understand. Is it scouted something? Well, it's all been scouted. They know exactly what's going on. Maybe his focus is over this way, where a Titan has been happily wailing upon all these T3 engineers. Look at that. That's about 10 or so dead. That's just a massive loss. 9 T3 engineers. There's been a T3 mixers died. You're seeing some TMD get popped. But Harbinger has tuned up to clean up the Lobos. Maybe a wee bit late, and the Titan is up here now. The question is it going to manage to kill the mass extractor before he notices? Nope, there is a Harbinger inbound. I don't think it has the health. It certainly doesn't. Is shield up? Shield is up, but it's not going to make it. Harbinger is going to do far too much damage, and now the Harbinger is also blocking the shots. I will say see you later, Titan. Still though, that was a lot of Benji's dead. The Colossus is inbound. We do have some Ravagers down here. Okay, so there are some point events, and if the Colossus stands still, it's going to take it all to the face. In come Mercies, a whole bunch of Mercies. Let's just see how much health they can strip off that thing. A huge amount. It's now over half dead. It's only got 29 kills, so I say only, but it has taken a bunch of damage, and the monkey is also on the way over, but the monkey might need to change its mind because there's some bricks right beside it. Opens up with that Zorchi laser, and that's going to help. Yeah, have to turn and take care of those. You cannot allow those to move through here. There's nothing to slow them down. There is another monkey on the way, but you can't afford to lose that build power. They're going to have to try and survive that Colossus on the run, which they're going to. Look at the health get stripped off that. We see the Ravagers doing as Ravagers do and absolutely demolishing the health there. The Mercies were a great idea. They took about half their health off that thing. More messes come through and the GC goes down. And this is now a mass donation. Get some engineers up there. You're going to have yourselves a whole bunch of mass to reclaim. Monkey walking on up, and well, it's only T1 stuff here. It can literally just walk through all that. Attack launcher is full. Maybe think about attacking the mass. Look at that, 22,000 mass ready to reclaim. Get attack launcher, lob some shells at that, and that will reduce the amount that your opponents are going to gather. But too late. Monkey says hello and kills everything there. That's, I guess the laser missed because that was going very, very slowly dead. Right, air comes over the monkeys. They know exactly where it is, but the air runs into a counter air wing from the UEF and basically gets shot down out of the sky. Looks like a wee bit of a chase going on, or maybe not. Decides to not engage. Massive air wing from the Kirishik could have helped out, but nothing doing there. Let's check the top left though, where things have been a wee bit quiet from Cryptic. Cryptic has just been ecoing, and he's been ecoing pretty dang hard. Have a look at all that he's got here. He's got 4 T3 air factories there. He's got a quantum gateway spitting out Rascoms. He's starting a T3 shield generator. Maybe wants another one here afterwards. Is that his plan? Who knows? But that was going to go up and it's going to help protect those. I think he'd really want to build one up on that front. He has all the eco right now. Plenty of eco to go around. Okay. But having said that, so does the Kirishik, who is doing a donut. Well, they think they've got air control, and I think they probably do, judging just from a glance at the number of ASFs. Let's try and have count here. We have 50 for Cryptic. We have another, well, between them 100, and for Zuko another 20. So around about 120 ASF for team number 1. Have a look at team 2. We have 20 for Tessin. We have 11 there, so that's about 30ish. 20 there, so that's around about 50. Nord has none. Vargas has 30, so around about 80 ASF for team 2 and approximately 120 for team 1. So yes, I'd say they have air control, and when you throw the donut into the midst of that, that will cause even more problems. And there is a defending monkey from Kramer, so just if that monkey decides to push on up, it would have a bad time trying to defeat the Tsar on the ground, because that monkey would help. But that Tsar is basically done. Another push up the right hand side, and they've killed off some more eco. The mix is dead again, as well as that one. Bomber comes out, looks like it was going to try and bomb the Tsar, but nothing doing there. The Tsar's off the ground, and the bomber now doesn't have a target. This monkey is getting attacked by a bunch of Titans. That's never going to end well for the Titans. You need a lot more than those to kill that monkey. And then along came the Tsar. That's not looking so great, but the air wing from Tessin scrambles. Looks like they're going to go in for a suicide run on the Tsar. They're not going to be enough to kill it in one pass. In fact, they get distracted by ASS along the way, and the Tsar is perfectly happy thanks to the intercepting air wing from the Crusader. That was not a good air engage. In fact, here's another bad air engage. UEF bombers doing what? Running away is what he's doing. He does not need to engage on that. The monkey wanders over towards some anti-air. That's going to help take things out. I hear the chicken. So the chicken on the left from North there is pushing on up. It's going to say hello to all these units, and it's going to say hello in a big fat way. Some spearheads are in there. They're going to have a bad time. Some Perseus are all running away. I think they would be better off turning to fight. They might as well do some damage. They're going to die anyway. The chicken outranges them, so hey, might as well take a day and do what you can. There's the massive air fight in the middle. That has gone the way of Team 1 as expected. Plenty of AA on the ground though, and that is going to just chip away at those numbers, do a whole bunch of damage. Going to lose a fair amount of air just doing that, but that's not the problem. The problem is there's still a monkey here, and there's still a donut in the sky. And this monkey has got a couple of ranks of veterancy. He's doing alright for himself, but the donut could just come on over and say good day at any point. Second monkey up from Maximus, and that needs to come over and assist killing this one, although this one now has a rank of veterancy. It's the last thing they need is for that to happen. What is there to slow it down? Well, there are still the Ravages over this way, so if it comes down here, it's going to face those. Can do some extra damage. Monkey is chasing from Maximus. This one is still in the middle. Plenty of anti-air with it, so the Tsar has to be a wee bit careful. Tries to swing too close to those, is going to have a bad time. And this is going to be helpful. This monkey is going to get the first shots off. It's going to start with the bricks though. Might be a bad idea. There we go. Now it focuses on the monkey, and that is a big advantage, being the first one to get the laser up. It means it's going to win this particular fight, which is exactly what they need. Monkey down, but in comes the Tsar, but the Tsar's going to face a huge amount of air fire from the ground. Maybe not as much as I thought initially, because a lot of this ground air is firing at these ASFs, and they're going to get a few numbers knocked out from there. But the Tsar, actually, the shield did get stripped. Or is that a power issue? I think that might be a power issue, because all the shields have blinked off. Last thing you want to have happen is run out of power for your Tsar, which needs its shields to kind of survive. Right, over this way, what happened to the chicken? Well, the chicken has retreated. Looks like it just pushed up to move away those spearheads, which is exactly what it has done. Cryptic has done an experimental, and it's a satellite. Standard UEF tactics, make a satellite. The Tsar along the way, so there's one donut in the air floating around, just cutting off ASFs nearby, but Team 2 really need to step up their air game. Right now they are facing off against so many ASFs. 65 plus 40, so it's 105, and throw some as you guys into the mix, still around the 120 mark. So haven't made a lot of, they've lost a lot to this ground anti-air. Check over here, Vargas is up to 40 before. Another 40-ish from Shokaku, so still behind in the air game, but the ground anti-air at this location should very much help balance things out should they try to come in. Reclaim to be had. Engineers grab that reclaim, and yep, that's been grabbed as well. That is long gone. Over that side, Tassin builds an experimental. Who's Tassin? Got 3 mixes there. Who's over here? He's been given a fat boy. He's got a fat boy. He built the fat boy, but it is not. Oh dear. I think Tassin has gone AFK and he gifted over everything to Shokaku. But unfortunately, he started building the fat boy and couldn't gift it over mid-build, so now it is basically a static wind defense. It cannot move because he's AFK. That's how things go when you're AFK. That's not so great. Right, these monkeys are patrolling back and forth there, just killing things off. We see a crab coming up from Maximus, so he's very much in the experimental game. And he has a swarm of anti-air, which does not want to be caught out by this. They will be turned into scrap if it does happen. Down this way I hear, yes indeedy, the chicken is pushing up. It's got shields, it's got lightning tanks. Lightning tanks, of course, are very strong anti-air. I think they are the best T3 mobile AA. Just the fact their damage, they never miss with the exact hits, and they have AoE, which is helpful when it comes to gunships. And the Tsars are coming over to say hello. That's not good news for the chicken. That's going to be out of position, going to take a lot of damage. Nord is yelling for air. My friend, you need a little bit more than that. Here's 2 chickens ready to go. He has some anti-air on the ground, but needs a bit more. At the moment, I don't think his air can be relied upon to take these chickens down. Grab, don't grab things. Killing off units at range. Look at these harbingers just get absolutely demolished. Just facing them down, not really caring. And then the monkeys sweeping from the side, they're going to do some extra damage. And there's just no way those harbingers are getting through that point. Yay. Yep, Fat Boy's still sitting down here out of control. And I wonder who started building this. Hello, Nuke. Ooh, who sent a nuke? That is coming out of here. So that is Kramer with the nuke, and the question is, where is it going? Going on a left-hand streak. These front places could be done. That's a lot of attack launches. We've got 0 kills between them, but they're there. Don't know if they were planning to go for a ground experimental. Is that going to go all the way through? That is not going to go all the way through. Oh, tell me somebody has anti-nuke. Oh dear. Oh dear. He even had his own launcher, but no anti-nuke, and that is going to be Vargas. And the entire air grid out. That's a massive problem for Team 2. Lord laughs, but if he'd been the target, he would have died. His SMD is not loaded. It's only 50% done. In fact, if that had been loaded, that would have saved his teammate. But it is not. And now there's a massive problem in the air. Shokaku is the only one with any kind of ASFs, and he only has 60 odd. Near that to Nick has a handful, he's got 13 or so. Kirishek has 60 of his own. In fact, he's got 60 and 60 because he's got two types there. He has both Aeon and UEF, so he's got 120 of his own. And then you throw a bit of a Zuko into the mix. So Team 2 has a massive problem in the form of air. Over this way we can see the Yathotas have decided to push on up. They've had enough. They're going to move on forwards and see what they can do. There is a bunch of lightning tanks behind them. That's going to do some decent damage to any things that decide to walk nearby. But the middle is also a problem. These ground experimentals are going to be key for Team 2. Can they do enough damage pushing through to take things out? Right, Chicken on the left is opening up on the Percivals who are still running away. You don't want to run away. You need to stay close. The midsection, a shocker flies over. Oh, a shocker goes for the AA. Kills, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 of these bounces. That is a huge old blow. That has reduced their anti-air capability by a giant amount, and now in come the Zars. But the Zars are here, means these guys can push, send them in and see what they can do. But let's have a look at what's going to go on here. The Zars are coming on over. They've run into the AA, they've run into the flak, and their health is actually dropping down pretty damn fast. That is a lot of anti-air to fly over, and I think the Zars are going to actually have a terrible time. Is one of them actually going to go down? Indeed it is. This Zar's going to die. The other one is not too much far. The experimentals are running away. Another nuke is being sent out. This time this is coming over here. So that's a nuke from Cryptic. Where are you sending yours? Right here. Into this main production base. There's a pair of monkeys loitering around as well. That would be a heavy blow to lose both of those. But in the face of his base, the second Yathota is down because it walked into a whole slew of tier 1 AA. That's a terrible idea. You don't want to do that. The nuke does land over here. It explodes that front base. And we see SACU dies to the lightning storm, but this stands firm. It's a dead donut, and it's being reclaimed by Harbingers because that's what you do. A monkey, the monkeys and the Mega are here, but they don't have any kind of escort. Actually, yes they do. More monkeys coming in and anti-air coming up behind them. It is time to push, they say. Attack now, and why not? You have 4 monkeys, a crab, a bunch of anti-air. You have bots and support. You can kill off all these that are sitting there reclaiming, which is a grand old idea. And here come the donuts. If there's any time to suicide your air in, it's going to be get ready to take these out. This one could be well worth killing. It is very heavily damaged. First one to focus on some broadswords over here, killing stuff off. But what can they do? Can they do enough? There's a crab over this way. You don't want to stop your monkeys. You're going to need to move into that before it kills them softly and slowly. I wouldn't say softly. It's coming pretty goddamn hard with that. Nice range. Crab here needs to redirect and start shooting that way. Oh, that's a bad idea. Don't turn your crab away. Don't want to make your crab turn. That's a silly, silly move. But it does turn back. Kills one of the monkeys. It is now under attack by just the one monkey. Another nuke coming out on Kramer. This one is going down here. It's going for Maximus. I'm pretty sure he has SMD. Yes, it does. Right there. Is it loaded? Yes, it is. It just loaded. This has just loaded. But the lack of coordination, and the 2 monkeys are dead. There's a GC over here. This Mega's going to go down. These monkeys need to get in really fast to take care of this GC. Crab goes down, and this crab now turns its attention to the GC. The GC is still trying to shoot the crab, but the laser's pointing in the wrong direction. The monkeys turn up, and that's going to be all she wrote for that guy. He's going to have a terrible, bad time of 3 experimentals versus 1. What was a transport? That was a couple of SACUs. That's a big loss to drop those right in the middle of this mess. Got some redeemers on the ground. They popped it out of the sky, and see you later. That's not great things to lose there. Crab is getting overwhelmed up here. Monkeys need to come up and support it to take care of the close units. Nuke did get shot down. The SMD is now empty. T3 artillery on the way for Maximus, but he's going to need to think about dropping this back. The crab has been caught by the Tsars, and the anti-air on the ground is too far away to do anything about it. Monkeys are nearby. Crab is going to take a while to kill, and now the anti-air shows up. There is... well, the shields are okay. The shield's going to hold. The air wing comes in from Shikaku, does not engage. It would be a complete loss if he does. He needs to try and keep those alive. Crab survives just that little bit longer thanks to the anti-air on the ground. It is reversing away, killing off units as they go. It might actually be able to turn and run to keep the mass within range of reclaiming. Speaking of things that need to be done, that would be a good shout. Right down here though, we have... oh my god. That's just double terrible. That's just double terrible. Essen is AFK and he has two very useful units, but he's not in control, so he might as well reclaim this. As being mentioned down here, Legend Law says reclaim the Novaks, and he might as well pull that off, get the mass and use it into something, anything else is useless. Nobody control it. That satellite will just sit there and do nothing. It won't even patrol, it won't do anything. It's just gonna wait. Another nuke is being sent out this time. It's going down here. Ooh, that's gonna be painful. That's gonna be painful. Gonna kill off a lot. That Yathoda, excuse the hiccup, sorry. That Yathoda is walking into the nuke. The Mega's gonna die. It is very low health. Over comes the nuke, and this is a huge hit. Almost 3 experimentals and all that ground anti-air gone by the nuke. That's a huge hit. That's a very good nuke. Very painful for team number 2. But yep. There we go, the reclaim is on the way. Pulling the health down off that because heck, he's got to. And for the Fat Boy. I would maybe keep the Fat Boy, although having said that, that is T3 RD. I see it. There it is. So Shokaku's finished his own T3 artillery and the shells are starting. Shielding has happened up here. There's a counter T3 RD started up by Zuko, but let's see how this is going to go. We have Nuke 1 and Nuke 2, so there are 2 nukes and some Mavor. So, okay, Cryptic has decided he's just going to go whole hog. And he's gone straight for the Mavor, and look at that thing go up. He's got so much build assistance on it. If he gets any mass donated, it is going to fly on up. That's going to be a bad idea. You're going to want to turn this T3RD onto the Mavor pronto. Have they pinged it? They're aware of it? Have they marked it? Well, they've said Arty. They haven't scouted it. They don't know that that is a Mavor. They do not know that's a Mavor. They just think it's an Arty being built, but no, it's not an Arty. Get some scouts over there and see what's going on. Oh, those scouts are going all the way. Cryptic has been defeated by what? Cryptic defeated by Control K? That is confusing. What on earth? I'm gonna guess his gang crashed. That was going to be the game ender, so that has actually kind of balanced things out a bit, except for the fact Team 1 still patrols here, I would say. They still have the donuts ready to go. They have got the issue of T3 Arties dropping shells on their base. There's one here, there's going to be another one here soon, especially once they grab the mass out of that Novax. How much they're going to pull back out of it, we shall just wait and see. Seconds. I just want to see. It's there. Almost there. 300 health. 200. And it's gone. 30,000 mess to reclaim out of this. That's enough for a T3 RD, right? T3 RD needs, well, for half a T3 RD, which is pretty much what he's got. So that'll help get into the coffers there. Okay. Air fight has happened, and that's actually gone pretty good for Shikaku. Now Zuko sending his air in willy-nilly, not doing anything. Tsar overhead onto three, count them, 3 GCs. In comes the air wing from, wait, that's Shikaku's air. So Shikaku's air has come to help defend that, but the air wing from Nikirishik, what's half his air from here? Because he's just lost this air battle. In comes some tech missiles, they are killing off the reclaim. So I mentioned that before, you could use tech missiles to do that, stop your opponents grabbing the reclaim. They've killed a whole bunch off that. Very handy indeed. Okay, the Tsars up here are now kind of exposed, and everything's exposed on down here. So that death of Cryptic, Control K or whatever it was, I am not sure. Nikirishik pauses his moment to have a solid yell in Russian about something. Not really sure what, but that up again in a moment. There we go. They've had to go, and that is now all done. Right, this is a problem. That's a lot of Percivals. I mean a lot of Percivals. You need a couple of GCs to stop that. One won't do it. Harbingers definitely won't do it. Have a look at them just die for the massive alpha damage there. Get turned into wreckage. Proper quick smart. And what is to slow these down on the ground? The answer is basically nothing. Tsar sent in to donut. Oh, I thought it was going to be some donut on donut action, but it gets shot down out of the sky. And now there's nothing left to stop this one. The air wing is absolutely gone. Maybe use the Tsar to actually build air. It's not that bad as an air factory. See, he's trying to kill off ASFs at range. Not a bad idea. So you got to think, okay, T1 PD has him sit down, and that's not a bad answer if you have Percivals on your doorstep. So Nikirishik is moving forward with this commander. This is a terrible idea. Your commander cannot face up against Percivals en masse. And Nikirishik just gets absolutely obliterated like a salvo or two. That's not what he needed to do. He needed to stay back with his comm, let the T1 PD, the T2 PD and the Shockers do the job, but he decides to walk in front of those, and he is gone. Kramer says, that's it, I'm done. Joins him in the Control K. He was up here nice and cloaked. He had one nuke. I thought he had another at some point, but no. He doesn't. But that is Kramer deciding to bow out. A massive game. What's left is Zuko, who's teleporting somewhere. So keep an eye out where he might be going. There he is. But he's teleported and he's not building anything. He's got T3 on his comm. He should build something. There we go. Try S. Finish one before starting the other. Make your mind up. Yeah, power issues. Kill the shields first. Right. Now kill these. And watch them explode. So many dryads. So how long before they notice him? Oh my gosh. He could kill Shikaku right now, I think, if he knew he was there. But he doesn't. Ah, dear. If he knew Shikaku was there, he could have decided to focus him down. That would have been hilarious. But they do kill off T3PD and go kill off all these. Oh, the bull power. The anti-nuke goes down as well. And now there's some. Yeah, I don't think Flak's gonna do you any good, buddy. When it's strap bombs coming on in. Game over, says Zuko. Yeah, just maybe. Your base is getting shagged. And you're dead down there.